to DJ Nick, and I hope you're having a good weekend. How's everything going? How's your weekend been? Are you enjoying yourself? How's this month been? We're in a new month and it's so great. New month, new year. Anybody doing any new things, trying new things, going out on dates? What's happening? What is happening? Um, Today we are going to be exploring. What is dating like now? Basically, we have something turned in. Sorry, I'm pulling up on my phone. This letter. So a young lady is basically sharing about her dating experience with a gentleman, and she wants to know what are the rules. Do people have to do dinner anymore? Or do men expect women? I know that it seems like they expect women to be a lot more proactive in approaching them. And so do they expect the women to plan the dates as well? So that's what we're going to be talking about today. We're going to be talking about that today. Hope that you stand by, continue to hang with us. Let's just have a conversation. Let's talk about it. What are the rules now? What do things look like? What's expected? Have things changed? Is chivalry still there? Or have women kind of taken over the lead? Let us talk about it. You're listening to Dear Jelly on the X. Hey guys, give me 1 second. How are you? Hi, Grizzly. How y'all doing? I'm sorry, y'all. Who is with me tonight? Hey. How are you? Hey. Says one person is on. So I don't know if Facebook has kicked y'all off or y'all are still on. Y'all let me know where you are tuning in from, because y'all know Facebook is a hater when it comes to me and my music. Facebook is a hater. How's everybody doing? Make sure it didn't turn y'all off. Y'all still there? You kind of still hear the music. If I can hear it, then it means Facebook can hear it. Well, not what it means. If y'all can hear it, that means Facebook can hear it, which means All right, y'all, we're going to have a conversation. I'm so glad that you are here. Let's get it popping. Okay, thank you for letting me know because we're getting scared. You're listening to WXNALP Nashville 101.5 FM. Hey, 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 beautiful people. This is, if you're just tuning in, this is Dear Jelly with DJ Jelly. And tracking back, that was Leela James with You're the One. And I'm so glad that you tuned in. I do want to share with you about Larkspur Conservation. Larkspur Conservation is a nonprofit operating Tennessee's first nature preserve for natural burial. Each burial contributes to providing open green space for the community and promotes clean air and clean water, leaving the ultimate legacy to future generations. For more information, visit larkspurconservation.org. All right, all right, all right. So that was Lita James with You're the One. And I definitely want to encourage everybody. You know, if you don't have a special someone, this is the year, y'all. Let's do something new. We're going to, last year we were trying to say, hey, do something new in 22. And this year we're going to try to be moving intentionality in 23. Why not? Why not? So let's go ahead and get into the DM for today. It says, hey, Jelly, I've been dropping subtle hints to get this guy's attention for what feels like forever. But so far he seems completely clueless and hasn't made a single move. That was until last week when he finally picked up on my hints to hang out and maybe over drinks. I've never been one of those girls that approaches guys. Totally understand. I'm the same way. She says, I stepped in the restaurant looking cute. I noticed his car was already in the parking lot. I can't lie, got excited. I scanned the room and saw this dude was sitting at the bar with a drink in his hand. He stood up. I'm gonna correctly remember here. He stood up to greet me, and he had dressed super casual. Then I found out it's his third drink. He says, pull up the stool and order a drink. I was so confused. I stayed for one drink, but when it became clear he planned to just drink at the bar, I made an excuse to leave. Did I really just get all cute for this? Is this what counts as a date these days? And also, is this dude an alcoholic? It's just because how do I get him to ask me out on the type of date I want to go on? Okay. I mean, I don't. You've only. Okay, so it sounds like you've only encountered him one time out. 3 drinks. I don't think 3 drinks makes you alcoholic, but that's just me. I don't think that's fair to just be like he's alcoholic because he asked you to pull up a stool to beat him at the bar. It sounds like it sounds like she got cute and wanted like dinner plans. And it sounds like maybe he just wanted to hang out. I don't know. What do y'all think? Do women have to plan the dates now? Should we be more specific in the type of date we want to have? Or just expect to get the kind of date we want? Like, because she talks about how she got all cute and he was casual. Like, okay, clearly their wires got crossed. Or was there just not enough communication? This is what I want to know. I really want to know. I really want to know what type of conversation took place prior to this meeting. And I'll tell y'all why in just a minute, because I have been in a situation where I was thinking a date was going to be one thing and it was another. So I really want to know what kind of conversation y'all had. What kind of talk did you have before you met up? What kind of plans were made, or did you just assume that he was going to plan something? That's just what I want to know. That's what I want to know, because we can't just assume that they're going to plan a certain thing, and then when it's not what you want, we're like, okay, well, do men want women to do everything now? That's what I'm saying. I don't know. Let's talk about it. Tell me what you think. Listen to Dear Jelly on the X. Sorry, we had some power go out earlier. So that's why I keep like checking my phone and some other stuff. Sorry, the station management is texting me. Okay. Sound like he was hanging out and she was on a date. Yes, that's what I said too, yeah. It sounds like she was hanging. It sounds like you just assumed it was a date, and he was like, "Let's just meet for drinks, friend." Oh God, that's messed up. That is messed up. But then, I mean, are there things that we should? Are there things that we should? Sorry, manager. Okay, thank you. Okay, thank you. Um, because I guess conversations to be had. Conversation to be had. Because if he's dressed casual, you're dressed up. But don't get me wrong, you can be cute anyway because you don't know who's going to be in there. Okay. Even if it was a date, the date might not lead into anything else. You want to be cute regardless. Two, I don't know. Like, do guys get all dressed up for dates? Jasmine. That's what I'm thinking, Bill, that he wasn't interested. Why do we put ourselves through this? And then to be like, is he an alcoholic? No, 3 drinks don't make you alcoholic. I'm not. Sorry, y'all. I'm not advocating to drink multiple drinks, but 3 drinks don't make you alcoholic in my book. In my book, but you have to know yourself and what you can do. I'm on a different vibe today, y'all. So playing different kind of music. You're tuned into WXNALP Nashville 101.5 FM. Tracking back, that was Jessica Betts with Catch Me. Hey, 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 you're tuned into Dear Jelly on WXNA. And this is DJ Jelly. Hey, hey, happy Sunday, happy Sunday. I had a pretty good conversation with some people on TGI Jelly on Facebook as well as on YouTube. And we're discussing a situation that was sent to me. So if you're just tuning in, I'm going to try to summarize what she's saying. Basically, she's a young lady is saying that she's been dropping hints, subtle hints, to get this guy's attention. She said, "Well, it feels like forever," but so far he was completely clueless and he hadn't made a single move. That was until last week when he finally picked up on her hint to hang out and maybe over drinks. She's never been one to go and approach a guy. She said she stepped in a restaurant looking cute. She noticed his car was there already parked. She got excited. She scanned the room. He was sitting at the bar with a drink in his hand. and he stood up to greet her, and he was dressed very casual. Then she learned that he was on his third drink. He asked her to pull up a stool, order a drink. She was so confused. She stayed for one drink, but when it became clear he planned on just drinking at the bar, she made an excuse to leave. And she wants to know, did I really just get all cute for this? Is this what counts as a date these days? And also, is this due to alcoholic? How do I get him to ask me out on the type of date I want to go on? Okay, so um, VL says, sounds like he was hanging out and she was on a date, which is exactly what it sounds like. It's exactly what that sounds like. Jasmine says, I mean, she doesn't know the guy. It was a first date meetup. This is her time to be direct and let the guy know what she likes, what she is used to, or what she's expecting. If they chose to go forward, it can improve. If it does not, cut it. VL says, if top numerous attempts, probably because he wasn't interested. Okay, so I'm in full agreement with what VL is saying, and also Jasmine too. Really great point, y'all. I don't think he's interested. Because number one, I just want like it doesn't sound like it sounds like more of a hangout. And I just don't see him missing all the quote unquote hints. And I really wonder, is this a coworker? Like, how do you know him? Is it church? Mutual friends? I'm trying to figure out in what context do you know him? Because if it's a coworker, then he might be going by that saying, I mean, don't crap where you eat. It just doesn't sound like he's very interested. He's on his third drink. It doesn't make him alcoholic. I want to know what the conversation was like. Because if you want to be wined and dined, then you probably, if you want to be wined and dined, then you probably need to go ahead and let him know what you are hoping for, what you are expecting. You know, what you are expecting, what you're hoping for. And I remember a time where there was a gentleman who asked me, there was a gentleman who asked me to meet him at a park. And I didn't ask any questions. I didn't ask what we were going to, what was the plans. I was assuming we were just meeting at the park and go and do something else. I get there. No, you think I'm just going to sit at the park and talk to you in the cold in December. This was years ago. But no. You think I'm just going to sit and talk with you in the cold in December? Who does that? But I mean, that's where I learned, like, no, we need to ask questions. And if you have other expectations, you need to make your request be known. Because had I known that we was going to be sitting in the park, I wouldn't have showed up. I would have said, no, thank you. I'm just trying to say, because who does that in the cold in December at night? Sit in the park under a pavilion. No, that's not, I don't think that's normal. But that's what I experienced. And so I don't know that clear conversation was had. And let's be clear. Did you get all cute for this? Yes, you did, because you stepped outside. You stepped into this restaurant. You don't know who you're going to see, who was going to see you. Just because you thought you were being cute for him, it may not have worked out. Somebody else may have seen you. Don't put all your eggs in one basket, is what I'm saying, especially when you're just trying to get to know somebody. Let me see what Jasmine is saying. Jasmine says, okay, after listening again, yes, I think VO is correct. She says she dropped numerous attempts and hints, and he did not take the bait. So yes, I don't think he was interested. So then her question was, how do I get him to ask me out on a type of date I want to go on? I mean, maybe ask him out. Even if he asked her out for, okay, let me know what y'all think. Even if he asked her out for drinks and at first wasn't really feeling her, if she showed up and they were vibing, or he, I mean, there's a chance that he could have turned around and been like, okay, and maybe even made an attempt to make a date or something. But it just doesn't seem like he's feeling her. I'm just saying, it doesn't seem like he's feeling her. Vio makes an excellent point. He says pre-date conversations can reveal a lot. Yes, they can. And you can have a great, don't get me wrong, you can have a great pre-date conversation and then get together in person, and it is just not, it's just oil and water. It is not. It is not. You can have that. But in this case, I don't think he's interested. VL says, sounds like passive aggressive. It's just, okay, so I think the consensus for tonight is we're just going to go ahead and say, sis, let's go ahead and try to find somebody else. Should she ask them out, though? Are men expecting us to ask them out? And if we do approach them, are they expecting us to plan the dates? Or is that still something that we should put on men? Jasmine says she agrees. Is that something we should put on men, or is that something like, do you ask? Does it sound too pushy to be like, so who do you want to plan the date, or should I plan the date? How should these conversations go? I just want to know, because I don't know. One thing I do know is every time you tune into WXNA, you get the thrill of discovery. New music, new voices, new ideas. Nashville's community radio station was created to provide you with fresh and exciting programming every hour of the day. And it's only possible with your support. Go to WXNAFM.org and keep the music playing by making a one-time donation or becoming a member today. All right, y'all. So, woo, these are just, I mean, these are things we need to know. So is that a conversation that we have now? Like, hey, do you want to plan the date, or should I plan the date? Do you want to, like, I mean, how do we approach it without sounding like we're trying to, quote unquote, wear the pants? How do we do that? How does that work? Let me know. You listen to Dear Jelly on the X. Is it playing? I really hate that I can't blast music in here anymore. But I love being live on Facebook. So y'all, should we, based on who's making the first attempt, based on who's approaching who, is that what determines who does what? Is that who determines what plans what nowadays? Or can we still kind of, because I feel like things have changed now where it's not just before you'd be like, oh, well, the guy's going to do this. And I don't think that's the case anymore. What are the rules? What are the rules to the game? Hard out here in these streets. Single streets, that is, to be clear. I don't know. And I'm trying to decide. But she says not the type of person that likes to go up and then say like ask men out. She's just throwing throwing subtle hints there and here and there. And I'm not either. But that is just not my preference. But like I said, that's the importance of having the whole conversation. Hey Tia. Hey K Joe. Um, yeah, I don't know. Because I know now a lot more women are comfortable with the whole shooting the shot. But does that mean we shoot the shot and we plan everything? We do everything. Or do you have that conversation, hey sis? Or do you have that conversation to be like, hey, so do you want to plan this time and maybe I'll plan next time? Like, is that a cool way to play it? I'm really sleepy, y'all, and I basically lounged all day. I've been resting. You're listening to WXNA LP Nashville 101.5 FM. Tracking back, that was Laddie Poe with Know You featuring Simi. And if you're just tuning in, you're tuning into Dear Jelly. Hey, 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 this is DJ Jelly. And we're having a conversation with some pretty awesome people. And we're trying to help a young lady decipher what she needs to do. She went on a date with a gentleman, well, what she believed to be a date with a gentleman. And she got all dressed up. She went to the restaurant. He was already there drinking. And he asked her to pull up a stool to the bar. But prior to that, she had been dropping hints that she was interested in him. And she said he was clueless until last week, to where he finally picked up on her hint to hang out and have drinks. And so she's not one of those girls who likes to walk up and ask men out. And so basically, he was only on his third drink. He asked her to pull up a stool and drink with him. She was so confused. She stayed for one drink, but it became clear that he planned on just drinking at the bar. So she made an excuse to leave, and she wants to know, like, is this what she really got cute for? And is this what counts a date these days? And how does she get him to ask her out on a type of date she wants to go on? And so, but even in your wording, you literally say, when he finally picked up on my hint to hang out and maybe over drinks. So it sounds like based on your approach, you did what you did what you kind of set it up to be. Setting the stage is everything, and as it's already been shared before, like all the him not picking up a hint, I doubt that he didn't pick up a hint. I just don't think he's interested. And so even like, how do I get him to ask me out on the type of date I want to go on? I don't see him asking you out. So then I'm asking, should you ask him out? You can, but I just don't think it's going to be. I just don't think that thing is banging. I just don't think it is what you want it to be. Tia says, I don't know if there are rules, which is why conversations need to be had. Folks are doing any and everything nowadays. And I think that's in response to my question about like, well, how do you date now? And if you ask them out, does that mean that you have to be the one to plan everything? Or who, as the person who asks out, has to plan things? If you have the conversation like, hey, do you want to plan this time and I plan next time? How does it work now for those of you that are deep in the pool? VO says input plays a vital role in outcome. VO is so deep sometimes. The way my mind works. I would like some elaboration. Like input plays a vital role in outcome. Okay, I guess in terms of the conversation. like making it clear, making your requests be clear, making your intentions known is what I believe he's saying. Um, and I agree because what you put in it to help to make things clearer will also help with the outcome. Got it. Um, Jasmine says if she plans the date, perhaps it can be a gentle approach and see where it goes from there. If there are no sparks, then she can make a different decision. Yes. Uh, Tia says she got cute for herself to feel good and confident. Yes. I think I was saying it earlier, like you don't know who, I mean, just to feel good and feel comfortable. Because, of course, if you're going on a date, you're really feeling a person. If you are feeling like you're looking your best, then naturally it's going to give you a little more confidence, maybe a little more swag, because you feel good. You feel like you look good, so it helps in how you feel. I am definitely in 100% agreement with that. But yes, sis, I honestly feel like I don't think he's an alcoholic because it sounds like you basically talked it up to be let's get together and hang out because you said yourself that he finally picked up on my hint to hang out and maybe over drinks. And that is literally what you did. You hung out and maybe just for drinks. You thought it was a date or you decided it was a date. It sounds like he picked up on the hint to hang out, maybe over drinks, and that's what y'all did. So kind of like the input plays a vital role in the outcome said by VL, it sounds like you should have been a little more specific in what you wanted. What you want. Tell them what you want, what you really, really want. Because if you want strawberries and wine and everything that goes in between, you need to make that clear. Maybe not with him though, right? I'm just saying. I don't think with him. Here's Strawberries and Wine by Jalen Ashton. You listen, Dear Jelly on the X. I agree, VL, because I think a hint can mean something else to somebody else. Which version is this? The hints are not clear. Not at all. Because your hint, you might be thinking you're saying one thing, and he think you're saying something else. What you say, VL? People can read our mind best when we open our mouth. In her defense, though, because I feel like I've been kind of like harsh towards her, and I do, especially if you're listening, I do want you to know that there's no judgment. There's no judgment. I just don't think this is gonna work out the way you think it is, because it doesn't sound like it's playing out the way you think it is. Oh shoot, that was a short song. You're listening to WXNALP Nashville 101.5 FM, and you're tuned in to Dear Jelly with DJ Jelly. Hey, happy Sunday. Tracking back, that was Jalen Ashon with Strawberries and Wine, the acoustic version. And I'm having a really great discussion with some pretty beautiful people, and it does not sound like the young lady who was so gracious to send us her situation. It doesn't sound like, I don't foresee Strawberries and Wine with the gentleman that she's interested in, but maybe in the future, and especially guys, we're talking about things that are going to help make things clear and have a better outcome. If you're just tuning in, we're talking about a young lady who basically was, I'm just going to summarize this. Is basically you were giving hints to try to get a guy's attention. You said he was clueless. He wasn't coming around to catch the hints. I'm thinking it because he wasn't interested. But then he agreed to, per your words, hang out and maybe over drinks. You got all dressed up and cute, showed up at the restaurant. He's at the bar. He's dressed casual. You're dressed cute. He is on his third drink. You only stay for one drink because you were confused. You made an excuse to leave. And you want to know, how can you get him to ask you out for the kind of date that you want? But this is my question. When you made that excuse to leave, did he indicate wanting to see you again? Like, how did that go? What did he say? Because I have reason to believe it didn't go how it was like a hanging out with friends type of thing. That's just what I think. That is my opinion. VL was saying earlier that hints are not clear, which is true, because when somebody's throwing hints, you may be thinking one thing, they're thinking something else. Hints are not clear. You cannot go by hints. VL says people can read our mind best when we open our mouths. So we may not be confident in approaching the person that you're into, but at some point, conversation, you're going to have to talk. You're going to have to make it known what it is that you want, what you're interested in. Have a clear understanding before you show up and then feel like you got egg on your face because it didn't go the way that you wanted to. Then you be in your feelings and be mad, like, did I get all dressed up for this? Yes, sis. Yes, you did. You did get dressed up for this. And it was what you kind of, helped to set it up to be. And I'm sorry it just didn't go how you thought it would. I do want to share with you that the CDC recommends protecting yourself and others against coronavirus by staying up to date on your COVID-19 vaccines. The new booster protects against both the original virus and the Omicron variants, BA4 and BA5. For eligibility and vaccination locations near you, visit vaccines.gov. So Tia says, I think even if old dude was initially planning a casual hangout and the exchange was enough wait, let me restart again. I think even if old dude was initially planning a casual hangout and the exchange was enough to spark interest, he may have shifted and stretched the meeting to more. I agree with that. People start casual dates that extend out when they're having fun sometimes. That is true. I've had a few of those. It's true. Tia says, but if it don't fit, don't force it. Since she mentioned that she had to keep hinting and he was clueless, he may have agreed to pacify her. She deserves someone who is excited to spend time with her too. Are people doing that? Are people agreeing to spend time with you to pacify you? That's not nice either. Because I feel like even if they do that at some point when you actually meet up, maybe that's what he was doing. He was showing her, like, giving her cousin vibes instead of feeling you vibes, right? Just like Tia said, clearly you deserve somebody that's going to want to be excited to see you, want to be excited to talk to you. If he was feeling her, then he could have changed the conversation. It could have went from pull up at the bar to, so, oh, you want to go? When we going to be able to see each other again? Because even to say, like, how can I get him to ask me out? Y'all, I don't think you can get him to ask you out. Why are we doing that? I just don't think that that's wise. Because it sounds like you're playing a game. Like, get him to ask you out for the type of date that you want to go on. I think, like Jasmine said earlier, like, ask him out. If you just really feel like you want to be with old boy, ask him out. Ask him out. Ask him out. Let him know you're a fan. Ask him out. See what happens. See what he says. He might then let you know that he's not interested. But if you just feel like, no, this is the man that I really want to be around, really want to talk to, ask him out. Let him know. Let him know what you're thinking. Let him know what you're feeling. And see if you're feeling it too. I'm just saying. If you like it, I love it. Here's Love It by Cass. You listen to Dear Jelly on the X. Oh, that wasn't what I thought it was. Ah! When you play something that you didn't think it was. My bad. But it's not what I thought I was about to play. Oops. Yeah, I agree with y'all. This is a dud. This is one of those he's just not that into you, and it's okay. We've all been there. At least majority of us have been there where just the person is just like maybe they should be your friend. I've been there before, and but you kind of revisit everything and realize this ain't it. This is not what I thought it was going to be. And as it's already been stated more than once, if you are putting out hints and hints and hints and trying to get this person's attention, number one, I don't know what you're throwing, but they clearly are not catching it. Just open your mouth and let it be known. Or be like me, where I be scary and just don't say nothing. If you don't want to do that, then open your mouth. Well, I'm different now. I'm growing just a little bit. It's a new year. Tia, there's definitely something to be said about matched energy. Sounds like he wasn't matching her energy at all during this occasion. I don't think it was, and so I don't really the whole how do I get him to ask me out on a type of date that I want? You can't. It's not gonna happen. But I do want you to write back and let me know though. If anything changed. Because this is just our opinions. We're just having a conversation, but I just don't think this is it. And it not being it is no reflection on who you are as a person. The vibe just probably ain't there. And I want to know where you know him from too. You know him from work, from church, friends. Where you know him from? You're listening to WXNALP Nashville 101.5 FM, and you're tuned in to Dear Jelly. Hey, 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 it's DJ Jelly here. And that was, tracking back, that was Kes with Love It. And having a pretty good conversation with some pretty good people. And I definitely do want to let it be known that if you like it, I love it. Anything they shared with us, I appreciate it. Do be sure to let me know after we've shared our opinions, how things go, if things are changing. You can message me at TGI Jelly on all social platforms. TGI Jelly, let me know how we can be of assistance. This is a great place to talk it out. So it's good to talk it out. In this case, if you're just tuning in, we're talking about a scenario sent in by a young lady who said she gave several hints to a gentleman, letting him know that she was interested because she's not the type that would just come right out and ask a man out, which, I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. However, she said he was clueless on all her hints until last week when he agreed to basically hang out over drinks. She got all dressed up, met him at the restaurant. He was already at the bar with his third drink, invited her to the bar to just drink with him. She was confused. After one drink, she made an excuse to leave. And she wants to know if this is what dating is now, if you just meet for drinks. And she wants to know how can she get him to ask her out on the type of date that she wants. And I agree with those that have been talking. I don't think he's into you. I don't think this is a scenario where the vibe was what you thought it was. And I don't think you're going to get him to ask you out. And if he does, I would question his intention, to be clear. I want to know how things went when you made the excuse to leave? What was his reaction? What did he say? How did it go? Because something just tells me, I'm sorry, I'm trying to check my inbox to see if there's any messages. Something just tells me that he probably was on that, we cool tip and was like, all right, have a good night. I think that would have been an opportunity if he really was feeling you to maybe like, oh, when can we get together again? Or what would you like to do next time? Or that might have been a great opportunity, maybe even for you to let him know that you were feeling him. But I definitely understand not being comfortable doing that. It's a hard thing, but it's a risk worth taking if you really feel like this is somebody you can see yourself with. Do I think that you're going to get him to ask you out again? No. As shared earlier by Jasmine, she was like, maybe you should ask him out. And then that'll give you an opportunity to see if there's a vibe there, maybe to see if something could happen, maybe to have a chance to have that conversation or to call him and have that conversation. But I just don't think it's going to happen, though. But you got dolled up for you. You got cute for you. I still don't have any clarity on my question. I guess that's where conversation comes in on who, if the woman or man does the initial approaching, or whatever party was interested does the approaching first, is that who's responsible for the date? Is that who plans things? How does that work? Tia says there's definitely something to be said about match energy. Sounds like he wasn't matching her energy at all during this occasion. And I agree. I don't think he was matching your energy. I don't think he was matching your energy. But that doesn't say anything about you not being worthy of such. So I think the consensus is he's not it. He's not it. But you are. It doesn't take away from who you are. And it doesn't mean that you stop trying. Because you're worth it. You're worth it. Keep trying. Keep putting yourself out there. The right one will come around that'll be just as excited to see you and take you out as he should be. All right, y'all. So that is the end of our show. I really appreciate y'all being here, giving advice and everything. Don't forget, let us know what's going on with you. Message me at TGI Jelly and let me know how things go and what we can talk about, what we can help you think through. Tia says, I say plan to pay if you ask out, and if other person pays, it's just a bonus. I think that's a good plan. Let's go with that. So if you approach someone, you need to plan to pay. Plan the date, plan to pay. Don't just assume they're going to pay. And just have fun. You deserve a little fun. At the end of the day, if nothing else, don't forget to what? Love yourself. And I mean, just based on this show today, I'm not saying you don't, but I just want to send a friendly reminder to love yourself because you are worthy of everything. I'll see y'all next week. Here's Everything by Rick Hassani. You listen to Dear Jelly on the X. See y'all next time. Juan.
Hey.
What up?
How's it going?
I didn't know if he was going to be here today.
No.
I'm happy you're here. Hi.
Funny, right?
I got to tell you what's going down. Hold on. All right, y'all. Appreciate you being here. Juan, come in. I just be acting like y'all not even here. I do apologize. You're getting some hellos.
Oh.
DJ Juan. DJ
Hey.
Juan on the ones and twos.
Everybody.
All right, y'all. Stay tuned to WXNA FM.org and Party with DJ Juan. We'll see y'all next week. Love you. Wouldn't want to do the show without you. Bye. I gotta tell you what happened.